Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Victor, and this video is going to go over 5 habits of highly successful online entrepreneurs. The idea of a habit might seem initially as not important. A lot of people in the beginning, myself included, were more concerned with, well, what do I do? How do I do it? But if you go forward a little while, you'll come to realize that the what, the mechanical process, it's not rocket science. It doesn't take that long to really learn and become adequately acquainted with. It's the actual consistent and diligent implementation of that. And the way to do that is to have these habits. These habits are going to help you be able to carry out the skills you eventually learn to, again, create your successful online business. And what I did when I ran into myself as a roadblock is, wow, I know what to do, but I'm just not doing it. I'm afraid to do it. I'm a mess. I can't keep my thoughts together. I'm inconsistent. Some days I'm on, some days I'm off. I eventually started looking into this, and I started to sort of analyze and see, what are other people doing that are killing it in this field? And there's a lot of them are doing these 5 things. Number 1 is reading. Especially if you're a teacher or a coach or a healer or anything, you really, I have my other YouTube channel. It's about helping people with their awakening, and I have these like surges of divine inspiration, I would call it. But I quickly, in the beginning especially, realized how limited I was in my ability to express that based on my own vocabulary, my own conceptual understanding of things. So now I read voraciously to just expand my knowledge, which will just help me be able to express myself in a broader, in just a better way, just a more articulate way that people are going to be receptive to and benefit from. It's amazing how much wisdom you can gain from a book. There are so many people that are dead right now that lived such fascinating lives, had such influence on humanity, and you could, for $10 on Amazon, you can go right now and read their well thought out message to the world in a book and glean tremendous wisdom from that. So there's just not enough time in the day, in my opinion, to keep learning and reading and stimulating my mind, adding to my wisdom. And regardless, don't just listen to me. I'm just starting out, but a lot of really other successful people do this. Warren Buffett reads, I forgot, like 500 pages a day, some crazy shit like that. Number 2 is they start the day off right. I do this as well. I have a morning ritual I do because it's so easy to wake up in a funk, to wake up depressed, to wake up uninspired. But if you have something you make the habit of doing every day, and you can kind of come up with your own, I'll share some ideas about what I do, but if you can do that every day, you can start the day off feeling a certain way. You can control how you feel at the start of your day by doing a structured morning routine. And what I do is I wake up and I drink some water, and then I meditate. I always cycle through different types of meditation, but I meditate for 10-20 minutes. Then I do these deep breathing exercises. And then I do a little bit of reading. Oftentimes I'll read a spiritual book to kind of help me get into my state of objectivity and oneness or whatever. And then I'll review my to-do list that I wrote the night before. And then I'll, boom, go into my day feeling freaking amazing, man. I can wake up in a funk, but at the end of that routine, I might not be perfect. I might not be having my best day, but I'm certainly in a good enough state of mind to get some shit done. Number 3 is they're very careful with their time management. I do something called botching my time. Again, just becoming very organized and efficient. So what I do is I'll shoot many YouTube videos all in one day. I don't just because coming here, I came here today in this awesome place, to have to drive here. I climbed up an actual mountain, believe it or not, to make this video. I had to set up, make sure the lighting's right. That all takes a lot of time. It's inefficient to do that whole process every single day. It's better to bust out a bunch of videos all in that one, so I only have to do the other secondary type stuff just one time. And it's just about thinking sort of reasonably commonsensical about what you do in your day-to-day existence and try to get the most out of it. Another thing I'll do is I'll try to do all of my online stuff all in one chunk. So I'm not going online and checking an email, then I'm coming and shooting a video, I'm going back online. I sit down, I have my to-do list, and I go bop, 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 bop. I bang it all out right there, close the computer, it's done for the day, and I move on. So just botch your time. Do things that can be done sort of back to back and sort of like organize your day that way. Number 4, and this is not so much a habit. It is in a sense a habit, but it's an attitude. The attitude, the mindset of hustle. You cannot be lazy. There's a lot. It's so interesting being an entrepreneur versus having a job. It's really easy to have someone like tell you what to do. You just do it. You know you have to do it. So there's not much thought. But when you're an entrepreneur, you have to will yourself to do all these different things. There's no one telling you have to do it. And you just have to have a drive. You have to have a purpose, a passion, something propelling you forward, and you just gotta bust ass. You gotta hustle. You gotta move quickly. You gotta move boldly. You gotta just let nothing stop you. You gotta just have the attitude of like, I'm gonna set a goal for myself and I'm gonna get that shit done no matter what happens, no matter how I feel, no matter what sort of random inconvenient thing falls into my lap, I'm going to get that done because I have hustle. Number 4 is they become as comfortable as one can with failure. Failure is feedback. Failure is information. Failure is a message saying, don't do that again, try something else. The further you plan to go forward in your life and your business, the more inevitable failures, setbacks you're going to experience. But every single failure carries with it a seed of equal opportunity. I stole that from Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. It's a good book to read. But every failure, it really does help. And I've experienced this in a very practical way a lot. And I'll give you a perfect example. This happened just recently. It was right before I moved, like in the end of December or so, I launched a brand new program. I called it Ascension Symptom Solutions. I put so much energy into this. It's an awesome program, but for whatever reason, it just flopped. No one wanted it. I don't know, maybe it sounds like a bunch of bullshit, like someone could have a solution for such a thing, but regardless, it's a good thing. I'm very proud of it still. It just didn't work. People didn't want it for whatever reason. And it was just devastating. It was a major failure. I spent so much time. It was like 5 hours of footage. It was seriously so depressing. But what happened? I got depressed for like a few days. Not even, like a day or two. And then I started thinking, why? Why did this happen? What can I learn from it? And how can I make this work for me? And it set me off in a brand new direction and sparked the idea to get into online coaching. And that has been a hit. That has been something that my audience really wanted. They apparently weren't interested in my Ascension Symptom Solutions program. That's fine. But again, that was a huge failure that I learned from and extracted a positive benefit. And now I'm way better off having done that. Hey guys, that last video cut out unfortunately, but I wanted to take this time to say goodbye, and that was the end of the video, and also to thank you. I am just floored by the positive feedback you guys have shown me with this new channel. It really has touched my heart, and I'm so thrilled that so many of you are interested in this because I would love to talk about it. I feel very passionate about it, and it's very nice to know that there's an audience that, again, appreciates it and is interested in this sort of thing. And I look forward to continuing and deepening our relationship together now with this new channel. So just thank you guys so much again. I appreciate it. I really do. I can't say enough. Thanks again. I will speak to you in another video. Have an amazing day. And again, be sure to let me know in the comments if you guys have any specific questions. I'm in the process now of fishing for what I want to talk about. There's a lot out on my mind, a lot I want to share with you. But your comments are always very helpful in that sort of process. So keep that in mind. All right, talk to you guys next time. Peace.